is everybody doing? Welcome to my stream. My name is Sporky. Um, so today, what I'm going to do some C slash C plus plus lessons for you guys. I'm gonna give you guys a bit of background. So basically, I'm a software engineer, um, and I do this in my free time. I have other projects that I'm working on, um, two games. One is Waiting Room, and the second one is Evolution the Game. If you need any information on that, I can just drop the link, um, including a game engine that I'm developing right now. And I just thought it would be nice to start doing streams, live streams, obviously, that you guys can ask questions about everything that pops into your mind, and you can. It's more of a interactive lesson, um, that everybody can join and see it as it goes. And also, all the videos will be uploaded later on to YouTube. Um, I'm doing this because I didn't have the resources when I started programming. I didn't have, I mean, I had YouTube videos and all kinds of tutorials, but what I found out that it lacks is a lot of, let's say, support basically. So you'll need to go all over the internet and search hours upon hours, and you'll spend more time searching for the actual freaking tutorials than actually starting to learn. So I'm going to share with you my knowledge, absolutely 100%. What we're going to do here is I'm going to teach you basic programming, um, for the first couple of lessons, I think until the second lesson or third lesson. And from there on, we're going to start going all the way up until software engineer level. So whoever will follow these tutorials, I should say live stream tutorials, you will have the same knowledge that I do. And I can show you some stuff later on. I'll post some videos about it, with all the stuff that I did. Um, One second, let me just connect to the through the phone. Oh, there you go. Shut that up and shut this up. Um, so I can, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I can show you things that I've done, did, grammar. Um, I can show you stuff that I've done, and if you follow these tutorials, you're guaranteed to get to my level. I am going to go over everything, every single thing, and I'm gonna try and do this as much as I can. I'm probably gonna stream every 2 days, like that, maybe a day after, and like on certain occasions, it will be like day after the other. I stream one day, and then the day after that I stream. But the schedule is every 2 days. So basically, Sunday I stream, Tuesday you get the point. Um, Other than that, that's really it, I guess. Um, if you want, I can show you some stuff that I did. One second, guys. Sorry. Um, Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I just need to set something up. Um, yeah, I need to set one thing up, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry for that interruption. Just needed to do something. Anyways, let me just put my blanket on me. It's fucking freezing here. Um, okay, where was I going? I'm gonna keep on talking for a bit just to wait for a bit more people to come in because I don't want people to come in mid thing and miss out on stuff. So basically, I can show you some stuff that I've done, I've did. The fuck, man. Um, that's not it. Second, let me open Steam. I'll send the links. Pepsi, can you send the links on the group chat if people want to see?
Yeah, sure.
Like the hello, mate, Blamster. How you doing, man? So as I said before, if you follow all these tutorials, you will get to a software engineer level. No kidding. 100% work. No, I'm fucking with you guys. You'll get to that level. Again, the reason that I'm doing this is purely because I want to help people, and there's a lot of people that I know personally as well that don't know programming and wanted to learn. I was just fucking lucky. Like, I'll tell you a bit about like what I went through. Basically, in school, I didn't learn shit, man. I didn't learn math. I didn't learn anything. Didn't go to any test. Didn't do anything. Absolutely zero. Nada. Nothing. And basically, I started learning programming when I was 13. I started doing HTML, all kinds of, all kinds of things like that. And I got to a point where I wanted to progress with the whole thing. So I started doing Unity, I started doing a bit of Unreal Engine, I started doing a bit of CryEngine, all that stuff, really cool stuff. So I started progress on that. I opened my own server hosting company, which was totally not fucking successful. It fucking broke down after 5 months because we didn't have any good DDoS protection. People keep on DDoSing us. Um, so I started learning programming. I started getting into the stuff. I got actually a bit into the industry of game making. If you guys know or look on Steam, Axis Game Factory, um, which is owned by Matt McDonald. I used to work with him personally on the Axis Game Factory, not programming and such. I just wanted to gain experience, so I started, put myself in there. Started helping. I started making stuff, all kinds of assets and stuff. Um, so from there on, really, it's like self-explanatory. I kept on fucking learning. Did some Arma 3 servers, Gary's Mod, all the usual stuff that we all know and love. Um, and then about 5 months ago, I found this college before the army. I live in Israel, by the way, and we have to go to the army here. So there, you have an option to get into the college before the army. Um, so I went to college. I went to this college and I had 0% chance of getting in. Like literally fucking zero. I didn't even have like a certificate that I finished 12 years of learning, which is the minimum requirement in Israel. Um, and somehow I showed him my projects and he was like he took me basically as a student, a trial student at first. So I got into there, and really, the shit that they teach over there is so damn like I don't even know the words for it. Like fucking luxurious. I can't describe it with words. Um, but I got into that college and I had 0% chance. And if I wouldn't have gotten into that college, I really wouldn't have the resources to learn more programming to the extent that I know now. And I'm basically here. I want to share with the community, to share with the people, to get people to do if they love programming to get started on shit. you know, like really starting to get into a very high level. And this age, like not personal age, but in this age, in this era, um, you don't need any certificate whatsoever. Like, look at all these indie game studios, all that stuff. These guys don't need anything. You could progress and you can get to a very, very high state, um, economically or whatever it is, just by doing something that you love. And that's what I love about programming, that you can do whatever you want and it's open to you however you want to do it. Like, literally, I fucking breathe programming. It's something that I fucking love. Um, so I'm gonna try and make these sessions as thingy as possible, interactive as possible. You guys, I want to tell you one thing, and this is the only rule that we're gonna have on this channel. Always ask fucking questions, because with no questions, you're not gonna get anywhere. If you have anything, stop me. I'll stop mid sentence, and I'll explain to you guys on how it works. Everything I know, the whole theory about all that. Personally, I know Java, SQL, C, C++, C Sharp, Python, assembly. That's really it, I guess. So yeah, all these stuff. Um, so you guys, like I said again, please ask questions. That's the most important thing that you could do. Every single thing that I do, ask me if you don't understand. So I guess I'm gonna start now. Let's see my sticky notes. I put sticky notes because I'm just forgetful and I don't want to get all over the place, because it's a very the beginning is the very touchy subject, because you can't really, if I don't do it properly, you guys are not gonna understand shit. By the way, if you have any friends that you think or know that they want to learn programming, please refer them to the channel. I am absolutely getting zero money from this. Zero, nothing. I'm doing this purely to just get people to do what they love. And the opportunity that I was given, I'm just going to share it with everybody else. So I popped up my notes, my sticky notes. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to go over variables, basic commands, which means like, by the way, I'm going to start with C because that's the basic. C++ is obviously made out of C, which is a bit shittier than C++. It's a shittier version. So I'm going to go over variables, basic commands, if-else statements, while loop. Don't worry about all the terms and all the stuff. I'll get to it. For loop, functions, define, which is something that I'll teach as well, and header files, and we have a lot to do, and we have all the time that we need. So let's start with variables, and I got to my paint over here, so I can show you guys examples like I showed Mr. Pepsi, right, Mr. Pepsi?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so basically, what are variables? Variables are things that are, whoops, that's TeamSpeak, that's not Visual Studio. Oh, by the way, requirement for you guys, you need Visual Studio either 2013, 2015, either one of those will be good to start programming in C++. You could also get code blocks. Not recommended though. Visual Studio is the best shit to do with. So download that when you get a chance, and if you have it downloaded, awesome, just start coding. I'm going to give you guys also all kinds of little projects to do. I'm going to set up a Discord, Steam community. Actually, we do have a Steam community already, for Inbox Art, that you guys can contact me at any time, ask questions, everything just over there and whatever. We're going to work on, is Notepad++ alright? Notepad++, the problem is that it doesn't have a compiler. A compiler is something that basically you write the code, you want to test it out, you don't have a way to test it out. That's the problem, basically. If you want, and like I said, it's an alternative. For now, if you want to download something, go ahead and go download code blocks. I'll actually give a link Code blocks. Give a link in the description. Wow, this is not YouTube, boy. Okay, there we go. Where is it? Chatiento? Oh, fuck off, man. There you go. This is CodeBlocks. You could download it over there. You can download. I think it's like, I don't know, fucking 20 megabytes, and that's something that can get you started. So I'm. What was I saying? I forgot. Okay, let's just start. So over here right now, guys, whoever's listening, whoever's looking, please don't type anything. If you want to type, we'll get to that later. By the way, what I wanted to say, in more advanced lessons, and when more people join this sort of solar community for programmers that I'm trying to develop as well, to get everybody started, we're gonna work on super awesome community projects, and maybe if it's good, maybe even just, you know, if I really like it and it looks really good, I'll even put some cash in to put it in Steam Greenlight. Who knows? And advanced lessons will be in a bit, and I will start involving you guys with DirectX, which is an awesome tool. Like, all the games that you see right now, all the game engines that you see right now are built off of DirectX, which is sick. And I know it not fully. I'm not the best at it, obviously, because in programming you have to learn a lot, and you need to have a lot of field like experience to actually be good at it. You need to play with it. So I'm gonna do this. Download CodeBlocks. Whoever doesn't have that, I sent the link in the chat. Blah, blah, blah. What else? I think that's it, basically, guys. Okay, so let's start with the theory. So what we have in every programming in every programming language is basically variables. What are variables? Variables could be an integer, which is a number, from 1 all the way up to the limit, which I don't remember what the limit is, but it's, I think, something like a 20 million. I don't really remember. I'll get to that later on. So did somebody send me a Steam message? Pepsi. Okay. So basically, what variables are a type of data, piece of data. So you have numbers and you have text, right? It's pretty fucking simple. You don't have anything else really. You also have more stuff, but I'll get to that in later on this video, in this stream. So what you have is basically data type. So you have an int, which is where is this? Okay, an int, which is a number from minus 60. I don't really remember. Whatever. It could go minus. It could go plus. Doesn't really matter. It just theory for now, boys. Up to a certain level, up to a certain number. And then you have a float. A float is, I know the name is kind of weird. I don't know what is the actual word for it, but it's basically an integer, a number that has a dot to it. So as you can see, 420. So 4.20. So you could go all the way to you could do it like this. I think that's the maximum. That's the maximum. Something in that sort. So you could put numbers behind the dot. And then we have char, which is a character, a letter of sort. Characters are basically ASCII. ASCII, if you want the ASCII, I'll send the ASCII thingy. ASCII table. I'll elaborate in a bit. I'll just copy image. No, not copy image, copy link. There you go. Okay, so ASCII. What the fuck? Deleted link. Okay, never mind then. ASCII table basically has all the characters. Oh, it's not deleted for some reason. Okay, has all the characters from exclamation mark. You can see it all over here, here, all the way to the bottom. You have all that stuff. And we have characters. Now, the way it works is this. So when I go into the actual Visual Studio and I want to write something, right? So I want to create a number, which is an int. That's the name of it. Which is, I want to call it whatever I want. I want to call it, I don't know, Dick. Whatever. I want to call it Dick. And I want it to be equal to 50. I just like the number. I want it to be equal to 50 now. So what happens here basically, a lot of people in the beginning have I'm starting again. A problem with the syntax, however you fucking say it, of how to type it. So I'm just going to give a basic analogy of how this works. So imagine a box. This is a box. Now, inside this box, we have all kinds of different boxes. I'll start from that. We have all kinds of different boxes. We have one box that is for int. Okay, chests, whatever you want to call it. One box that is for int. One box that is for float. And one box that is for chars. Okay, because we want to keep things in order. We want to know where our stuff are at, right? We have one box for shoes, one box for shirts, we have one box for winter clothing, we have all that, right? So we have different boxes also here to keep it in order. So again, guys, please stop me if I am unclear. Again, I'm going to emphasize that in the first couple of videos, and then I'm just going to keep on rolling until you guys say something. So we have different kind of boxes, int, float, and char. So we want to know which one. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, sorry. Okay, guys, sorry for that. Somebody was knocking on the door. So we have one box for ints, one box for float, one box for char, because we want to keep it organized, right? Now, let's say we have a number, okay? Not a number, sorry. So we have a chest, right? Now, we could have tons of chests, right? We have tons of boxes. We want like 10 million boxes of the same data type because it doesn't fucking matter. I just want that, you know? 1 second, how do I do this? Transparent. How the fuck do I do this? Okay, oops. No, I didn't want that. Oh, there you go. I found it. Okay, there you go. So we want all kinds of boxes, right? Maybe we want 10,000 of these boxes. So how are we going to know if each thing, you know, each box is the same data type, but we need to give it a name so we know what's in it, right? So in here, so we'll take this one and this one. Now in here we want to call this, I don't know, num1. Okay, I'm going to call this num1, and we're going to call this num2. So we can remember what is going to be where did we put our value that we want to store? Where did we put the shoe that we want to, you know, which shoes? Because this could be fucking, I don't know, Nike, and this could be Assays, or whatever you fucking call these fucking shoe companies, man. So after we did that, we decided which box that we wanted to have. We decided the name for it. Now we want a value. So we want 45 in there. So we take the 45 and we basically say, okay, this box that is called num2, okay, has only and only 45 in it. Okay, so we take it and we put the 45 over here. There we go. Now that's basically the syntax. It's a theory kind of thing. And same thing goes for everything else. So if you have a hard time remembering on how to do this, just remember, you first need to define what kind of box it is. Okay, so you'll know what data types are inside. Then you need to give it a name, and after that you give it a value. And then you have it sorted like we did over here. So that's for the same for a letter, that's the same for num, that's the same for float, for int, for char and float, for all of that stuff. Now another thing, let's get a bit into a little bit more advanced stuff. So let's say we have a float. Now we're making a program that we want the float, this, actually I'll do int, okay, so it will be easier to explain. That is called will change. Whoops. An int that is called will change, and then I'm closing it. This, I forgot how you call it in English. Pepsi, help me. What is this called? The dot and then comma thingy.
Which I can't really see right now.
This.
The fuck.
Okay, whatever. We're just gonna call it thingy. Okay, whatever.
The thingy. Yeah.
This is. I'll just do. Thank you for following. Oh, thank you very much, man. Thank you for following.
Yeah, just semicolon. People are saying.
Semicolon. Thank you guys. I fucking love
Yep.
you. Okay, semicolon. I wanted to actually give it a data type and call it some thingy that thing. Anyways, so we put a semicolon to close anything that we do. So if we do any kind of command, or it could be basically creating an integer or a float or a char, we need to close it. We need to say, okay, this is the end of the line. There is no more after this. This is what I want to do. This is one command. How a program works, I'm just going to give this quick theory. I'm going to see myself. I was learning towards Java, but I don't know. Thank you for following. Oh, thank you for following, boys. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So how a program works, I'll just give a brief explain because there's some of you that know and some of you guys that don't know. So there is, so a program basically is like, you could call it, it's a story, okay? It starts from the top and it goes all the way down, okay? Now, it could, no, you know what? I'm not going to go over there. It starts from the top and goes all the way to the bottom. When it reaches the bottom, bam, program is over. There's no more of the program. There is done and it's closing down. Nothing left. Nothing left to read. I'm closing the book and I'm throwing it to the fucking garbage because I don't read books. I can't start over, man. You can, I'll upload to YouTube. Just tell me, oh, what's up, Josh? Just tell me what, if you just joined. How am I going to do this? How am I going to fucking do this? Okay, never mind. Listen, all the videos are going to upload to YouTube. I'm going to go over stuff because I'm doing it very slowly for you guys because I know obviously more and more people are joining all the time and it's hard to get everybody to know everything. I know, I obviously understand that you guys are joining mid-session. It's not mid-session. We just started, literally. So you know what? I'll just do like this. Put this over here and I'll put my theory over here. That's the theory. I'll just do a brief explanation. Okay, so you have a box. Okay, now the box wants to make it organized, all kinds of boxes. You want to give it a type. So there's a shoe box, there's a clothes box, whatever. Okay, so that's basically the int, float, or char, which are the three data types that we're going to go over today. On top of that, because you're going to have more boxes of the same data type, then you want to give it a name. So you give it a name. You give it num1, num2, whatever. So you'll know which one you're storing in that box, like what variable. Okay, man. I'll teach you, but that's in more progress lessons. Um, blah, 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 where was I? And then you put the value, which is this. Okay, so just remember, you do the whole box, you decide what type it is, then you go ahead and do the name of the box, you give it a name, and then you put in the value. That's how we're going to work with that. Thank you very much for following, man. I really appreciate it. Okay, so where was I? Guys, can you help me? Oh yeah, okay. Float. Okay, so float, I will change. Okay, float will change. So like we said, semicolon. I remembered. I fucking remembered. The semicolon goes into the end of the line to say basically it's done. Again, I'm gonna go over the program again. A program is like a book. You read it from the top to bottom. Once the last word ends, there's no more of the book. You take the book, throw it in the garbage because you don't read books. So that's how it works. So now we want to declare a float. Okay, declare. Actually, I'm gonna do it int because that is way easier to understand for some reason for more people. Okay, so you have an int will change, and we declared it. We basically said, okay, listen up, software. Listen up, computer. I want a box that you will save on the side. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to tell it what data type it is. So basically what kind of box, what it has in it, what it contains. And I just want you to put it aside. Nothing's going to be in there. You could put junk in there for now. I'm just loaning you this and I'll need it later. It's kind of a loan. I'll need this shit later. Don't do shit with it. Just leave it there. Let it stay. So that's basically what we're doing here. We declared it. Now later on in the program, let's say we decide that this will be, let's say, a password, a saved password. Okay, we'll call it password. Okay, so, but we want to say, okay, there's going to be a type of int that is going to be password. So we want to say that. We know that that's going to be there. So we just go ahead. And later on in the program, we just say password equals to whatever the user entered. So let's say the password that he entered, we'll go over user input and all that a bit later. Will be this. What's my programming background? Okay, I'm just gonna hold on a second so I can answer a bit of questions. My programming background, I am a software engineer right now. I learned in college before the army. Once I finish college, which is another 2 months, I go into a computer squad in the army, which is really, really high up. Either cyber or like all kinds of top secret fucking, I don't know even what there's going to be in there. Nobody fucking knows. After I go out of this college. If you want... Thank you for following, man. Appreciate it. Pepsi, can you link the 2 links? I went over this. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Of course. Yeah, I'm still making the game engine, man. I'm still making the game engine. So basically, yes, you always, like you said, you always need to initialize variables. Basically, initialize is making the box that I was talking about. Now, there's 2 types of initializations like I went through. There is either giving it a ready thing, like a number of some sort, and also declaring it. Now, one thing that I want to say about this, even though, and I said that before, and I remember my words, even though you make a variable and you didn't put anything in it, so logically, you just took a box and you put it on the side, so nothing's going to be in it, right? But that's not true. That's not what happens in the background. When you don't initialize it, like Irish Kingo, sorry if I butchered the name, man. Like he said, if you don't initialize it, the computer will put dump numbers into the box that you put. Like I said before, you're loaning the box. You're telling him you can put whatever the fuck you want inside this, but I will need it one time. So you won't, sorry, 1 second, lost my train of thought. So you won't need you'll need to initialize it one time in the program. You'll have to use it. If you make a box, you have to use it. There's no way in the program is not going to even compile is start if you don't do that. Okay, so like we said, semicolon, that's it. So now we declared password, and then we said, okay, so the password will be 1234566. We'll go into user input and all that stuff a little bit later. Okay, so now that we went over that, let me see. We're gonna do a quick break for 2 minutes, 1 minute. Just if you guys have any questions to ask, let's do it now, because I want to get on with stuff because we have a lot to learn and little time. 1 second, guys. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and type it now. I'll open it up here. Any questions, like even in the start, things that don't have to do with now, just type it in chat. Okay, let's do this. I finished that message. No questions at all. That's awesome. That's what we need. Second. There we go. Okay, so where were we? Oh, no problem, man. That's completely fine. If you guys have me on Steam, go ahead and message me if you want a quicker answer, because obviously, is there a simple way of making sure that people input is an int and not a string? Very good question, man. Very good question. And yes, there is, but in later programs, I will go over how to make user like verification, if it's a digit, if it's a string, if it's all that. Mainly, a password does not need to be an integer. This was just an example. Every string that you do, every string that is basically made can be converted later on into numbers with simple, very, very simple mathematics. Really easy, and also A to I. 1 second. And not a string, or making it not matter if it's uppercase or lowercase a. No, it's fine, man. It's fine. It's good questions. It's good questions, but I don't want to throw you to the water, just to the deep water, and not let you, I need to give you this so you'll be able to swim, okay? Because if not, I'm not going to do my job, and you guys are not going to learn anything. So, to answer to your question, yes, there is a way. I will teach that. I will go over it really in depth. Okay. So, by the way, for the guys that joined now, if you don't have Visual Studio 2013 or Visual Studio 2015, I would recommend for the fast going guys, just download this and get on with it, and you can start coding as well with me. Okay. So let's get into business. so now that we covered that, we're going to go cover basic commands. So a very, very basic command in C, okay? Now, again, I'm teaching you C, not C++ yet, because C++ is made out of C, obviously. It's in the name. It's just an advanced version of C++. It's like Notepad++. It's like Notepad, but plus. It's more, advanced. So I'm going to teach you C, and later on in like the second tutorial, we're going to convert to object-oriented stuff. I'm not going to even talk about it. It's a lot more advanced, the second or third video. So basic commands. So we have printf, which is basically to print something, okay? Now, inside printf, we need to declare what kind. Wait, 1 second. Yes, okay, sorry. Just my brain. After a day of very long studying, so I might be slow at times. So we need to declare what kind of variable it's going to be in. So we could just do this, right? Ignore what I'm just typing here. Ignore what I'm typing over here. This does not concern any of us. So I'm going to type that. I'm going to run the program, and there's going to be errors, of course. Get ch. I hate you, man. One second, guys. Sorry, little thing with C. I fucking hate C. I'm kidding. I love this language. By the way, guys, good thing about C, if you're going to work, there we go. Okay, so as you can see, printf puts in a text. Okay? Good thing about C that I wanted to say before, C and C++, these are the closest language to assembly. Assembly is literally, you can even call it machine language. It's the closest thing to that. There is no closer than assembly, and then above that, it's C and C++. You're working literally almost with the hardware. It's fucking ridiculous. This is why I'm teaching this, because this program language has so much power. It's ridiculous. So yeah, let's just ignore this, guys. I'll just put it down here so you guys won't look at it, because you don't need to know it for now. So we have printf, right? Now basically what it does is takes any kind, it could be either a number, it could be a flow, it could be a string, and print it to the screen like you saw. So now we're going to do something like I taught you before, and if anybody here has CodeBlocks or Visual Studio and can program right now, I want you to do this with me, and then, or do this after I show you, but just, I don't want to talk too much and you guys will just get bored and not understand anything. I want you guys to start doing stuff. Sorry. So we're going to make an int, call a box. We'll call it int. We want it to be from int data type. And we want it to have, we'll call it fucking. You know what? Fucking. Okay, we'll call it fucking. And we want it to be equal to 69. Okay? So basically what we do here is we declare, like I said before, we declare this. Now, one thing that I want to mention as well, like I said, a program is like a book. If you're going to type it over here and then try to call it over here, it's not going to work, because it's reading it like a book. Okay? So it's something that it can't create itself over here, and then because it created under it, then it will go over here as well. It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, so we created fucking, which is equal to 69. Okay, now in order to declare and say now you're going to print into the screen, you're going to print an integer, we're going to do percent sign and D. basically saying decimal number from 1 to 10. It could be, obviously, decimal number is from 1 to 10. I think you guys know what decimal is. Decimal. Decimal? I don't really know how you say it. Anyways, so then we say, right now, I'm going to give you a decimal, and whatever is inside there, whatever is inside that int, I want you to print it into the screen. So we put a comma. Inside this comma, we type fucking, which is the name of the box. So you're going to say, you're basically saying, open the box, take whatever's out there, it's type of int, you already know that, I gave you that info, throw it on the screen. And as soon as I do that, boom, 69 on the screen. Okay. So that's printf. If you want to play with it, there is, one second, let me just get this for you so I won't need to explain each and every sign. Actually, no, you know what, I'll just do this. There is 3 types of things, 3 types of marks in here to give it information about what it's going to present to the screen. The first one is %d, which means a number. The other one, an int. The other one is %f, which is for float, if you're guessing. Another one is %c, is for one character and one character only. Not any other character. If you give it a string, it will read the first character. It won't read anything else. The first character of the string. A string is basically, I'll get to that, don't worry. Maybe some of you guys know what a string is and some of you don't, but in C, it's different than what if you learn C# and all that. And then you have percent sign, and then S, which will read you a string. We'll get to that later. Okay, if you want, tell me if you want me to type it in chat, anything, I'll just put it on. Okay, so, sorry, what can I do? Vape Nation, man. Okay, so we do fucking, and you get the point. It's really simple. I don't think I need to over elaborate about this because it's fucking simple as fuck. Now, we want this to happen. We want a person to open our program and type a number inside it, okay? And whatever number that he types, I want it to be presented to the screen, okay? So what we're going to do is use this useful thing, which is called scanf. It basically scans for any input that is being sent from the keyboard to the computer, to the program, okay? And whatever's in there, it contains into a kind of, imagine a box, a temporary box, okay? And then it prints it to the screen, basically memory box, okay. An imaginary box is basically inside the RAM, whatever. Don't need to get into that. So we say, now I want you to print something into the, I want a user to type a number, and then I want you to print it. Okay, so we'll do printf, we'll close that, and we'll just go with fucking, whoops. Printf, that D, boom, that, and fucking, there you go. Okay, so we have that, okay? Now, as you know here, let's see, you know what, let's see what happens when I do this, okay? Let's see if you guys can guess. Let's see, chat, come on. Let's see if you can guess what happens if I do this. Remember, printf is almost identical to scanf. Any ideas on what's going to happen here? If I type something in here, what will happen? Gonna give you another 20 seconds. Okay. Nobody has any idea what's gonna happen. No, it won't. That is incorrect. And yes, my computer is going to explode, Pepsi. Thank you for that. What's going to happen is this, and I'll show you and I'll demonstrate it now. So I type whatever, right? What happened? What happened here? Can you guys guess? It's because I'm not putting it into anything. I'm telling it, okay, get this, whatever's written inside there. But where do I put it? That's what the computer asks, is where the fuck do I put it? What do I do with this shit? What do you want me to do with it? And then it throws an exception. It says, you know what? Fuck you, man. I don't want you coding in my fucking area. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do this. It's against the laws. So that's basically the computer saying, go fuck yourself. Now, so what I'm going to do now, in every scanf, I will teach you this. This is more advanced, but for now, just take it as a rule, okay? Every time you type scanf, it doesn't need return. It's a void. It's type void. I will get to that. Don't worry, man. The main could be integer. I just don't want to get into that, because if I get into that, I'll need to explain myself and I'll get you guys confused. Give it a minute. Okay, so what did I want? Oh yeah. So take this as a rule for now, and then later on when we go into pointers and more advanced shit, I will explain and you will know by 100% why it works like that. So now I'll do this and this and sign, and I'll type fucking, okay? Take it as a rule. Every single variable needs to have and in it, okay? Every single one of them. So if you do a scanf and you want to put it into something. Now, like we said before, we don't want to actually give it anything, any variable or any sort of data right now. We just want to put it over there and say, okay, just be there, put the box, you can put whatever, I'm loaning you it. When I need it, I'll need it back and fast, okay? So what I do over here basically is press on local Windows debugger, and I do this. I type something in, right? Not in letters. I type this. Okay, you know what? Actually, 420 will make it better. Oh, look! It printed exactly what I wrote. That's because we told it, okay, I want you to take any input from the keyboard and I want you to put it inside fucking, okay? I just want to put it inside there. So now, basically, it's like saying fucking is now equal to whatever the user types in. So, 1 second. And then it says, okay, now that you have fucking, there's something inside fucking, right? So I want you to print that. I want you to put it on the screen. So that's basically what happens there. Now, let's try and combine this with some more stuff, okay? So what we want to do is this. Oh, by the way, quick thing that is very important. Anything that is in here, if I make this equal to 69, this will not show 69. It will overwrite it and say you're now equal to something else, even if there's something in there. So you could reset it to 0, you can do whatever you want with it, technically. Personally, I like not giving it a variable, because later on in the code, when I come back to it, I know, okay, this is something that's probably going to have a user input to it, and this is something that's not going to have user input to it. It's not something that I, thingy. Let's close this down. Okay. So we have that. Okay. So let's go with something a bit more advanced. You could say advanced. It's not advanced at all. So we'll keep this, okay? And we're going to rename this to num1 and this to, and then create a new one called num2 equal to, actually not equal to anything because we want the user to input it. It doesn't matter. Like I said before, it's only personal preference. And int sum, which is equal to nothing as well. There's junk in there. By the way, I want to show you guys something. I don't know if this will throw an exception or not. But let's see. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, guys. When I say the computer puts junk inside whatever you put. And it's not going to let me scanf. It doesn't have enough arguments. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to show it to you like this. Let's put a breakpoint over here. I'll get to breakpoints later and how to use the UI. Don't worry about it. Fuck you, mate. Scanf some. Oh, yeah, because I didn't declare it. Okay, you know what? I'll just do this. Okay, I'll call this. Okay, one second. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Equal to 0. Equal to 0. And this will do equal to nothing. And we'll put sum over here. Okay. Now I'm going to do another breakpoint over here. Okay, and continue to the next one. There you go. Now, whatever's on the right, if I'll put my cursor over here, it says num1, and then it says, I'll just put this like this, and I'll put this like this, and I'll put this like this. Okay, so basically saying, okay, num1 is equal to 0. The computer knows that it's equal to 0. Num2 is equal to 0 because we declared it to be equal to 0. Sum, on the other hand, is actually a variable that we didn't declare. We actually loaned it to the computer. And as we can see, it puts just a random number inside it because we loaned it to him. It's now his until we need to use it. And when we need to use it, it puts in whatever is inside that box and puts it in. Again, guys, questions, ask me, okay? If you need anything, interrupt me in the middle and say so. If you have me on Steam, or if you don't have me, add me. And if you have any questions, just type on Steam as well. Even in my free time, I will answer any questions. Okay? So as we can see here, it basically says, okay, this is equal to minus 85, blah, 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 and that's it. That's what the computer decided to put in it. It's random junk. So let's stop the program because we don't need this anymore. Unpin this. Whoopsie daisy. Fuck no, mate. Second, sorry. I'll just close this and close this. Okay, there you go. So we want, so like we said, we don't want them because we're going to initialize them by user and not by you putting a number inside it. Okay. So now we want, what we want is to happen is we want basically to have num1, that the user will input the first number, okay? And now he's going to input the second number, num2. After he's going to do that, we want to calculate the sum between them. So then we don't want him to input the sum, so we just do a very basic, what is it called? How do you say it in English? Fuck. Doesn't matter what it's named. It's basically making it equal to something. I don't know what the term is in English, sorry. So we say sum, not son, sum, is now from now on, and for the rest of the fucking book, is equal to num1 plus num2. And we close it. Now, we want it to print, not num1, we want it to print sum. Okay? Tell me if I'm going too fast, guys, because Some people need some more time to understand. Okay? Um, is that okay? Is everybody okay? Okay, I'll just do this. So now it will go inside the program, and it will ask me for the first number. Obviously, it doesn't say anything because we didn't tell it, okay, you need to type something in. It's just for us, so we know. So we're going to put here 15, okay? That's for num1. Now we're going to put over here 12. That's for num2. And immediately after that, it puts out the sum. Really simple, right, guys? It's very plain simple. There's nothing much to it. It's really easy. Listen, guys, we're going to do a break for 1 minute. I just have to go to the bathroom. I've been holding it for the past fucking 30 minutes. I will be right back. I'll leave. I'll just put my screen on, and I'll be back in 1 minute. I promise you guys. Hello, guys. Sorry for that quick break. I had to piss. Okay, so where were we? So basically, as you can see, it's very simple and easy to program. It's fairly simple. It's like there's a certain mindset that you'll need to put yourself into. Um, by the way, guys, you know what? Pepsi is. Do you know how to create a Discord server?
I do believe so, yeah.
Okay. Is there any chance you can create one, and then we'll sit over there? And then if anybody has questions, they could just ask over Discord as well. And we'll have like this tiny Discord chat, like Discord server that people can join whenever.
Okay.
Okay. If you can create that, that'd be amazing, man. Okay. Yes, I'm a smoker. I know, it's fine. I'm not gonna die. I'm fighting cancer, boys. That was mean. That was really mean. Anyways, yeah. So, sorry. So let's get back into the stuff that we're doing. So where we left off is the sum equals to num1 plus num2. Obviously, you guys, we need to get to some serious business here. What I want to create now, and I'm going to create it with you guys. Let's see if I got to the point. Yes, I did. I did. Now we're going to create a software that will have a saved password in it or multiple saved passwords, and it will check for user input, including not only user input, it won't check, sorry, it won't check for correction if it's a digit or whatever it is. okay, it will check for numbers. We're going to put a program that gets an ID number and it gets a password, which both of them are numbers, not behind the dot, just regular integers. So that's what we're going to create now. And as soon as that happens, what will happen is either it will say, okay, good job, you're in, how are you doing? And then whatever you decide to put in to that, it will say. And if not, what will happen? So let's get on with it. I'm going to delete all this. By the way, all the project files, I'm going to do a GitHub for you guys. And all the tutorials with deep explanations and pictures and all that stuff will be uploaded to GitHub. I'll make sure that everything is for you guys, and it will be the easiest way to learn, okay? Any questions up until now, boys? I hate this fucking delay, man. It takes hours for people to hear. Don't know if anybody's gonna type in chat. Anyways, okay, so I guess there's no questions. If there is, they would probably already type it, even though that I'm still speaking. Okay, so let's get on with it. So what we want to do now is the following. By the way, quick thing about what I'm doing here, scanf. Awesome, guys, we have a Discord. You're free to join. Go ahead and join if you like. I'll be on there in a bit. I just need to download Discord. I don't have it on this computer. I'll send it in chat in one moment. There we go. There you go. That's the Discord, guys. Quick thing that I want to say about the scanf down here. As we said before, the program is like a book. When it gets to the end of the book, it's done. Okay? So by us putting scanf and waiting for user input, okay, even though after you press enter, it will give you an error or whatever, it's basically saying to the computer, wait. User needs to input one more thing in. So you can't close right now. You need to wait. So it waits until somebody puts something in, basically giving us the option for the screen to stay on. Okay? Later on, we'll go into loops and all kinds of things like that, and I'll show you even how to create an infinite game loop, which is really cool, and I'll actually create with you guys your first game in C++. Maybe not today, maybe next lesson. If we'll still have time, I will definitely do that. Okay, so let's start creating. So what we are going to do now, like we did before, we're going to create, one second, water, sorry, fuck. We're going to create an integer that will store the ID of the person, and we'll have another integer that will store the password. So let's go ahead and do it. So we'll do int ID. We'll just do capital letters. By the way, C# and C++ are case sensitive to the boxes that you give names to. Like I said before, the boxes, if you remember, the names that you give them are basically, they are case sensitive. So you can have ID, you can have I and capital D, you can have capital I D, and you can have, you get the point. So, but they're case sensitive. So you'll have to know that you're not, you need to correct yourself and make sure. Okay. So let's create a first one that will be ID. Okay. And we're not going to put it in, actually, yes. We're going to do this. We're just going to do SID and close it. Not close it, sorry. Equals 5478. Okay. We're going to do int ID, which this is, we'll just do UID, and we'll close it. I'll explain it in a second. Don't worry, guys. I'll explain it in 1 second. We're going to do int Actually, I'll put it over here. We're going to do int. Sorry. SPW. SPW, which will be, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do, equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do that. And we'll do UPW, sorry. Int UPW. Basically meaning SID, SPW is stored ID and stored password. Okay, that's, I just made it easier so we can just, it says a stored SPW. UID is the user ID that he inputs, and the UPW, not PD, what the fuck, mate? UPW is the user password that he entered, okay? And we're going to check if what he entered is equal to this, if it is or not. So now we're going to get into a subject which is called if and else statements. Basically meaning, if something is true, okay? If a condition of some sort, it could be anything. If your shoes are yellow, if your dick is huge, I don't know what it is, okay? It could be any condition at all, okay? If it's true, this will happen. Else, something else will happen. Okay? Did you get the idea? So, sorry. So that's basically for that. So how do we actually write it? I'm going to close this because this is bothering the shit out of me. So how do we actually write it? So we have an if, and then we put brackets. And then, after we put brackets, we put curly brackets. I will explain everything. Don't worry. Don't worry. Now, an if statement basically is asking inside these brackets, okay, inside the regular brackets, for the condition. It checks if that condition is true. So inside here, obviously, we want to type in SID, so stored ID, equal to UID, user inputted ID. Now, a couple of things that I want to go over with before I continue is the following. We have operations. Operations are basically if this is equal to this, or this is not equal to this, or this is bigger than or smaller than, or bigger than and equal to, or smaller than and equal to. All kinds of conditions that we check if are true or false. So, how you type them is like this. Okay. ID. Sorry, not ID. Sorry. So this is equal. Now, equal basically says, are you equal to the other, is variable 1 equal to variable 2? Okay? That's what it basically means, obviously. Now, there is a slight difference between equal and equal. When you have one equal sign, it basically means this will now equal this. And equal is saying, is this equal to this or is it not? I want to check. So that's the equal sign. Now we have exclamation mark equal. I'll just do it in spaces here. We have exclamation mark equal, which is basically saying not equal. Okay, just think like exclamation mark, it's shouting something. That's how I remember it. Exclamation mark equals to equal is basically saying like it's not equal to. It's shouting at you or whatever. Next thing is bigger than. Bigger than, smaller than. Sorry, that was the opposite. No, it wasn't. Smaller than or bigger than. And then we have smaller than or equal to. And we have bigger than or equal to. Okay? Now, quick thing that I want to tell you guys is that it always checks the left to the right. Okay, so it checks. So the you want to check if this is. I think this is really self-explanatory. I don't need to explain this. So that these are basically all the signs. I'm just gonna put them here like this, so you guys can see them. That's that. Okay, now if statement. So inside the curly brackets, you basically type everything that you want it to do. Okay, like a story, like we said before. We wanted to do this, we wanted to do this, we wanted to do this, etc., etc., etc. So now inside this, we're gonna type. If this is equal to this, it will printf. Okay. Oh wait, one more thing. Sorry guys, sorry, I'm just forgetting a bit of stuff. So sorry. There's two more things that I need to go over, and it's basically logical operators, basically or and and. So it's basically, imagine it like this. Let me just put this up. I'll save that because I want to upload it. Okay, and I'll do a new one. 1 second, guys. No, not open. Okay, there we go. Okay, so imagine it like this. So we have, imagine like, how do you say it? How do you say it in English? Fuck's sake, mate. Imagine like a table. I don't know how you call it in English. It's like a table of things. So we have like this and like this and like this. No, wait. Sorry, 1 second. This, like this. Okay. Now inside here we have true. 1 second. True. You know, I'm gonna ditch this one. I'm not gonna explain it like this. I'll explain it verbally, and if you guys don't understand, just ask in the comments. So we have basically, fuck mate. We have or and. Okay, we have or and. We have or and. So basically saying is this, which is what I want to do now. This is the sign for and. Two of these. Okay, and this is the sign for or. Okay, I know these signs might look very alienish to you, but don't worry, you'll get used to it. Everything's going to be fine. So what we're doing here, basically, the and, what it says is this, and we'll put SPW equal to UPW. Okay. This is basically saying if SID is equal to UID and SPW is equal to UPW, then you do the stuff. Okay? If this is not equal to this, it won't do it. It will say fuck you. No, not gonna do it. I'm done, mate. Okay? It's not gonna do it. If either of them are false or not true. And then we have or, which is this sign, basically saying, okay, if you get this, if any of them are true, okay, then do what's inside. If one of them is not true, if both of them are true, then do what's inside. If only one of them is true, then still do what's inside. If both of them are false, are basically like, this is not equal to that, and SID is not equal to UID, and SPW is not equal to UPD, then you don't do anything inside there. Okay? You don't go in. So that's the only case where the if statement won't work, and it will go into the else, which we'll cover in a minute. But in our case, we want to use and because we want to make sure that the UID and the password are correct. So what we do here is the following. We have SID is equal to UID and SPW, and then it will do whatever's inside. So when this happens, we want it to printf, and we just wanted to say you have logged in you are logged in. Okay, and now anything other than that, if the SPW is not equal to UPW or any of these are false, any of these conditions are false, we want it to do the following. Now, one thing that I want to say, you guys might have the question, if why is this like, why don't we have the brackets in the term over here? It's because the whole thing is one statement. It's like the else knows that this is the condition. It knows it. It knows that if the if statement, all this said, nope, that's not true. I'm sorry, I can't do what's inside me. I can't give you what's inside me. Then the else says, okay, well, I'll give it to them. But if this says, okay, here you get it. You have, I'm printing on the screen. Here you go. Here you have it. And then the else says, okay, well, he already gave you the shit, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I don't need to give you my stuff. So, and the else will type in, we'll put printf password or ID is incorrect. If that's even how you type it, never mind. Is incorrect. Okay, so let's try and start the program. Now let's see if it works. Why do we have errors? You know why, guys? It's because we didn't actually put in anything for the UID and UPW. We didn't say to the user, okay, here you go, type. That's why it didn't work. So now we're going to do that. So we're going to do scanf. We're going to do this. And we obviously want it to be a decimal, right? It's a number. It's not a string. It's not a float. It's a number. And we want to say you're going to put it. Remember that sign? That's our sign for saying for the scanf. That's our rule for the scanf, the and sign. You're going to put it inside UID. Okay? And now we want this as well for the user input for the password. So we put UPW. Boom. So we have that. Now we press on start, and we're going to try two conditions. We're going to try that the ID that we put in is going to be whatever, this, okay? And the password that we put is going to be this. And then it types it that. Okay? That's it. It closes down. It says it's incorrect. Sorry. And now if we actually take it and put 478 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're logged in. Boom. We have a very, very, very basic system for logging in. It was that simple, guys. It's that simple to code. It is the easiest thing. I know I'm overwhelming. Maybe I'm overwhelming you guys, and you need to tell me that, because if I am, then I'll try to do my best to either go slower on stuff or faster on stuff that are not as important. It just depends. I want to make this as in-depth as possible. Okay? So now that we have that, awesome. So we have this. It's pretty fucking cool, isn't it? But now we want to make it nicer, right? Because we don't want let's say we're going to have a real user on this. So we actually want to tell him, okay, so I'll just copy the printf. You are now going to print, by the way, this sign that I'm putting in right now, \n basically means saying new line. That's a command for the new line. And then it says, you are logged in. No. Please enter your ID. Okay? And then we'll put that. Now we want to do the same thing for over here. Please enter your password. Okay? So now when we go into the program, what will happen is this. It will say, sorry, just a quick thing that I need to check. It will say, please enter your ID. And then, so our ID is obviously 5478. Now it will say, please enter your passwords, which is 12345. Boom, you're logged in. Good job. We did it, boys. We fucking did it. Now, if you guys don't mind and you have spare time right now, whoever wants to do this, I'm going to download Discord right now. Let me just go ahead and download Discord. Okay. If anybody wants, we're going to do a 10-minute break. And in that break, whoever wants to do a private, what do you call it? All the guys, whoever's on the stream and wants to do a private trial at making something, I'll give you like a little assignment. You'll do it. And the winner gets something. I don't know, whatever. No winners for now. It's not that advanced, and you know, but for basic training. So whoever wants can come on the Discord now. We're gonna do a 10-minute break, and you can code with me. I'll give you some tips. You can ask me any question that you want verbally, which is a lot easier than typing in the fucking chat. And yeah, let's do that. Whoever doesn't have the link, this is the link. I'm gonna send it again. There you go. That's the link to the Discord. So yeah, I'm gonna wait there. I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm just gonna leave it like this. If you guys want to come in, if you're not coming in and you want me to continue, just type in chat. Okay, so I'll be here. I'm waiting for you guys to reply. Hello guys, how you doing? Okay, so let's continue where we stopped. And to here, Visual Studio. Okay, so right now what we want to do, and this is going to be the last part of the stream, guys, and we're going to continue possibly tomorrow because I have tons of free time, and maybe we'll do a very long stream. So what we're going to do now is what we want to do is we're going to go over while loops. And a while loop is basically a loop that it keeps on going forever until whatever the condition is true. So in that case, we want to create something. Let's put all this into brackets, to like thingy, and we'll take it to the bottom. And we're going to create a while loop. Now, a while loop is very, very, very simple. It's just a different way of doing stuff. It's the same thing, like, as you can see, it's the same exact thing, sorry, as an if statement, okay? The only difference is, like I'm talking about syntax-wise, is it doesn't have an else, first of all. There's no else loop, okay? And second of all, actually there's no second of all. It's the same exact thing. So over here we do the exact same thing like we did in the while loop, and we want to check. Now over here I'm going to do something a bit different, okay? While SID, okay, is not equal to UID, okay, and SPW, okay, which is our stored password, is not equal to user password, okay, it will do whatever's in here. Basically saying, as long as this is not equal to this and this is not equal to this, don't do it. Just keep on doing whatever, keep on doing this loop. Now, this is used for basically, if we'll take this, where is this? This we'll take. And what we want to do here is basically do the following. And I'll undo this. Okay, like we did before. Now, what we're doing here is fairly simple. As long as these two conditions do not match, okay, it will keep on doing the loop again and again and again and again until you get it right, okay? Now, what we want to do is this. So we get a password, we get an ID, we get a password, and now what we want to do is this. We want to create an if statement inside here saying, actually we don't need to create an if statement. One second, let me think on how to do this a second. It's fairly simple. I'm just syntax in my head. Okay. So while this is not equal to this and this is not equal to this, it will keep on running this. Okay? Now, we want to do a check because there could be that the user ID and the UPD, okay, will actually match. So we don't want to give him an error message every single time. We want to actually give him an error message whenever they're incorrect, but we want to keep on going in loops, okay? So what we do is this. We put if, and we do the exact same thing that we did before, and put it equal to, okay? Actually, no, 1 second. You do the exact same thing, and if this is not equal to this and this is not equal to this, then we post this. Okay? Password is incorrect. Okay? Now, so what we know is that as soon as the fuck me, I'm losing concentration, guys. I'm sorry, it's a bit late after school day, after a college day, I should say. Um, so what we know is that this loop will continue as long as you are incorrect. Okay? As long as you're incorrect, it's just going to keep on going, keep on doing it again and again and again and again and again and again. Now, so that means that when we actually get out of this loop, the password is correct, right? Or we just get out of the program because we can't log in. So what we put over here is this. Now I'm going to explain it bit by bit. So we created an integer, which is stored ID, okay? And it's equal to 5478. We created an integer, which is SPW, which is equal to 12345. We declared, not initialized, UID, which is the user input ID, and we declared the UPW. Now, this is something that I want to go over with. Since inside the while loop, there is a chance that UPW, okay, or UID, or this condition won't be true, then it will give us an error that says that we didn't declare both of these. Okay? So we go over here, we do it. You see? It gives us an error saying, I can't, you see, uninitialized local variable UID and UPW. So what we do in order to bypass this, we could do two things. Is either initialize them, okay, which saves us a lot of code, okay, or we can just do this instead. We could go ahead and say, and copy all this, okay, and just put it here. And then basically we initialize it, we do it once, but it will happen once. Now we could do it also in a do while and it will work, but a do while, we'll get to it later on in our next stream. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to do this with initialized variables because I just don't want all that junk code and everything getting you guys mixed up. So you just restart this to 0, okay? And now, look at what happens. Please enter your ID. I put this number. Please enter your password. I put this number. Password ID is incorrect. And then it says, please enter your ID. Now, as you can see, there's no space here. And why the fuck is there no space here? And that's for a very, very logical reason, because we didn't add a new line. It doesn't say, okay, you jump, the thingy shouldn't jump to the bottom. It shouldn't create a new line. It just keeps on going. So we put a new line over there. And now we run it. And we do, please enter UID. So we put this in. Please enter password. And we put this in. Password or UI or ID is incorrect. And then it asks us again. So we put this and this. And asks us again. And it just keeps on going. As long as I'm incorrect, it just keeps on fucking going. It won't stop. Okay? Now, when we get to the part where it says UID, okay? I just don't remember the ID. There you go. Please enter your ID. Let's enter it correctly. 5478. Enter. Please enter your password. 1234. Fuck. What the hell just happened? Okay, 1 second. Sorry. I'll do it again. If we do 5478 and we do 12345, you're logged in. But as long as we are incorrect, it won't do it anymore. It will just, sorry, as long as we're incorrect, it will keep on doing it and keep on, and just persistently. And that concludes our lesson of the day, boys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope it was helpful for you guys. Sorry. I hope it was helpful for you guys. Remember, there's the Discord channel. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube, this stream to YouTube. It's going to be on there so you guys can rewatch it and redo it. And basically that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to do another stream. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, and we're going to do I'll tell you some of the things that we're going to do. We're going to go into for loop. We're going to go into functions. We're going to go into defines, and we're going to go into header files. That's basically what we're going to do next video, and a bit more. There's a little surprise that I want to add in there, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll just have to watch next time. I really appreciate everybody that came here. Hope you enjoyed, everybody. Have a great day. See ya later.